Have I finally found the ultimate print-on-demand company? The one that you should be using in your Shopify store right now? Let's find out. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here and we don't know each other, my name's Kerry. I'm the founder of Shirt School, and I created this channel to bring you the best strategies, secrets, and hacks to grow your online t-shirt or apparel business. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at a newer print-on-demand company called Printbest. We're gonna be breaking down everything from their product selection, their pricing, their shipping and shipping costs, and even their Shopify app and how it works. And then at the end, I'm gonna show you 3 actual products that they have sent over to me and had custom printed so I can show you what their quality looks like and you can get a really good feel for the kind of experience that you would have working with this company. Taking a look at their website, they really have a lot to offer, and I want to show you some of the things that they're really advertising to you right here on their front page. Now, first of all, they integrate with a few different platforms: WooCommerce, Shopify, and Etsy, and it looks like they have Wix, Euclid, and Squarespace coming soon. Now, some of the benefits that they have right here on the front page: fast fulfillment. So we print and pack all orders as fast as 1 to 2 business days. They have lowest industry prices. So they are advertising 20% on average lower on printed apparel, about $5 lower per shirt than a lot of their competitors. Large selection, they have over 71 products, and they're advertising high quality products. Here on their website, we can see that they have over 22 years of printing experience, 300,000 orders just in the year 2020, and almost 15,000 customers in 2020. Now, I was reading over their story, and they've actually been printing apparel and custom merchandise since 1999. And just in 2020, they have opened their print-on-demand site. And so this kind of has that mom and pop, that family feel, which is a unique thing to see for a print-on-demand company. And another thing that I love is that they're printing and shipping all of their orders right here in North America, which is always great. Let's dive into their product selection, and we'll start off by looking at t-shirts. Now, I think they've got a really nice selection of t-shirts. And one other thing I like about just their website is right here at the top, when we click on t-shirt, it tells us that the current shipping time is about 2 to 3 business days on average. And that's really nice to know kind of what you're getting into when you're using this company. So taking a look at some of their t-shirts, we see some really cool things here right off the bat, like this Champion T525 t-shirt. Champion's a higher end brand that you don't see a lot on a lot of print-on-demand providers. So it's really cool to see that option. We'll go a little bit further. They've got a Next Level Ringer tee here. They've got, staples like the Next Level 3600. Really nice selection of t-shirts. When we open up the catalog here at the top, you can see, the volume of products that they have. And I just want to point out a couple of things that I actually have used myself and that I'm going to show you at the end of this. One of those things is tumblers. When we click on the drinkware section and we look at the tumblers, we see that they have these 20-ounce tumblers, which I think are really cool. And I'm going to show you one of these at the end. So a lot of different kinds of drinkware. We have mugs, we have bottles, we have tumblers. If we go over to the specialty section, you see really cool things like puzzles, keychains, and coasters. I mean, there's a lot of really unique products here in their catalog. And one other thing that I want to show you is over here in the print products section, they have yard signs, which is kind of crazy. I've actually come across multiple instances where I've needed some yard signs on a print-on-demand provider. You see stretched canvas prints, you see posters. It's a product catalog that is big, but not overwhelming. There are unique products, there are really cool products, but it's not so much that you get really lost and don't know what to choose. Oftentimes what I find with print-on-demand providers is they might have a certain type of product, like let's point out tumblers, for instance, and they might have 20 of them, so that it makes it a little bit more difficult to pick one. And so it's cool that Printbest offers a lot of different products, but not so much that it can be really overwhelming, give you that decision fatigue. Next up, let's take a look at some of their pricing. So as we look at t-shirts, and as you probably know, that's kind of my area of expertise, I can kind of give you my opinion on how their t-shirt prices are. And what I can tell by going through these t-shirts is it looks like they have some pretty solid pricing on certain t-shirts. When we look at kind of my favorite, the Bella and Canvas 3001, it's coming in at $11.12, which I think is a pretty solid price for that t-shirt. But then as I go through, I see some other t-shirts that I really like the quality of, like the American Apparel 2001, that are coming in even cheaper at $10. I see more Champion t-shirts. This Champion is coming in at $13, and I think for a premium tee like that, that's a really solid price. I've seen other print-on-demand providers like a Printful, that these champion tees can cost, $17, $20 or more, which is really interesting. And I also wanted to point out that as we go back to the first page of t-shirt here, if you're wanting to look for a kind of a lower cost quality t-shirt, they have a lot of different options for that. You see these top t-shirts here, we're getting as low as $7. So I think that they're really sticking to their word of having 20% lower prices, pretty solid pricing across their t-shirt catalog. One other area I want to look at is their hoodies. Now, oftentimes what I find with print-on-demand providers is that you don't get a big selection of hoodies. You're going to usually find one or two options, and they actually have, just here on the hoodie section, they have 6 different options. Now, my old favorite, kind of the staple in the hoodie section, is the Gildan G18500, and that one's coming in at $16. I think that's a super solid price for this hoodie. And again, as I've been pointing out, they carry Champion brand, which I think is just awesome. I wear Champion hoodies like all the time, and so it's a hoodie brand that I love, and a t-shirt brand that I love. And you see right here the Champion S700 coming in at $25 for a premium hoodie. I think that's really solid. So looking at their shipping cost page here, I absolutely love this. I am a huge fan of flat rate shipping charges, and that's what they offer. Shipping with print on demand can be something that is so confusing, and Printbest makes it really, really easy with just flat rate shipping. So the first thing we need to do is we need to look at what category the items that we're selling would fall under. And again, you can mix and match all of these items. There's no problem with doing that, but it shows us that what the first item cost is going to be for shipping, and it's just a flat rate. So $6.50 for sweatshirts and hoodies, $3.99 for t-shirts, tank tops, and short sleeve shirts or long sleeve shirts. That's a really good price, and $125 per additional piece. So the way that this is going to math out if your customer orders multiple items is they're going to charge you the highest cost for the heaviest item. So let's say that, for instance, your customer orders a poster, which is $9.84 shipping, and then they also order a t-shirt with that. You're going to pay $9.84 on that first item, and then you're going to pay that $125 additional for the t-shirt. So that's kind of the way that this is calculated up. And again, I think that the shipping cost, number one, is very good across Printbest's catalog. I think the shipping cost is really good. But in addition, I love how simple it is to know what the shipping cost is going to be when you sell these items, because that can be so confusing with a lot of other print-on-demand companies you might be familiar with. One last thing to point out on the shipping page here is that they're actually using UPS. Now, I don't know how they're getting such good prices with UPS, because usually when you see the kind of costs that we've showed you, you're going to be using USPS, the United States Postal Service. And so Printbest is actually using UPS, which is a little better, I don't want to say better quality, but you can have a little more comfort that your products are going to be protected. They're not going to get broken when you're using something like UPS. And what they advertise here is that all of their items are normally printing out within 1 to 5, or leaving the warehouse within 1 to 5 business days. So when you look at the total package, to have a print-on-demand company that is printing and shipping your items within 1 to 5 business days, using a higher tier shipping company like UPS, and charging you the very inexpensive rates that they are charging you, I think the whole shipping package here really, really solid, and it's gotta be one of the best that I've seen in the industry. Hey, if you're enjoying this video today and you're learning something, would you do me a quick favor and just hit that like button? When you hit the like button, it pushes this video out to more people on YouTube that need this information. Also consider subscribing to the channel. We put out new videos every single Tuesday, and we'd love for you to become a part of the family. Next, let's take a look at the inside of their app. Now, it is good to know that they integrate with a few different platforms, and we're looking at an app that will look the same across those platforms, whether you're using Shopify or any of the other platforms that they support. This is actually hosted on their website, so you're not going to get a different experience for any of the platforms that you might be using. Now, inside of their app, I love it. I think the whole experience has been really clean, really simple, and I really don't have any complaints. So you see inside their app, you've got your dashboard here, which kind of gives you the pertinent information that you're going to need, how many orders are being processed, how many stores you have connected, how much money you have in your wallet here, or if you have a credit card connected, you don't need money in the wallet. If your products have been synced, One thing that I do also like is they have a section for sample orders and personal orders. And you can actually order samples for yourself right here. And that's something I get asked about a ton is like, can you offer samples, or how do you order samples? Do companies give you samples? And they actually do have a dedicated area for that. Along the left side, you see your normal things that you would see, but it's very cleanly laid out and there's not too many options. You see your stores that are connected up, my billing, your orders that are in progress, and a few other things here. I'm gonna go over to my stores and you'll see that I just have one store connected up. That's this test store, Enneagram Life. You see a couple options here, add product. And again, right here is that area where it says need a sample for yourself. You can just order samples right there, no product. Now I wanna quickly take you through the product creation process here, just so you can get a feel for that. Once you have your store connected up, you hit this add product button and voila, you're gonna get the whole catalog of products that they have. You can scroll through here, you can see all the pricing, all of this kind of stuff. And I actually ordered from them. First of all, I ordered the Belling Canvas 3001. I've showed that on a lot of other print on demand reviews that I've done. And we're gonna look at the quality in just a few minutes. I also ordered the tumbler that I showed you earlier, this tumbler right here, custom tumbler. And the last product I ordered was this HD photo panel. Now, this is interesting because this is an aluminum photo panel. Now you see there, this is a Space Ape NFT that I own. I went ahead and printed this NFT that I own. But this is a metal photo panel. It's not something that I've really had experience with. So I went ahead and ordered one because I wanted to see, what this would be like. So I'm really excited to show you what I got and the quality. And I just think this is a really unique and very cool product that you could sell and make a lot of money with, because it's just not something I've seen very often or really ever. Going back to our product creation process, once we've selected the product that we want, and I've selected this Belling Canvas 3001, we can select the default color that we want to use in our store. Now, one thing I want to point out here is really big color selection, right? Sometimes you get in these print on demand providers, and even with common products like the 3001 here, you might only see 5 colors, 7 colors in it. So it's really great to see that they have so many colors available. Once we've selected the color that we want to start with, we're gonna click this create upload design, and boom, that's gonna kind of bring up our product creation dashboard here. And there's a lot of different options available to us. You can see we can change the color here. We can select front or back. We can upload our artwork, which we'll be doing in just a second. We have kind of a My Designs, My File section if you've already uploaded things. We even have cool things right here, like where you can add a name and a number. If you're doing something like youth sports, you wanted to put a number on the back, that's really, really cool. And one thing that's kind of underrated, but it's this alignment button over here. This allows you to upload artwork, and I'll show you this in just a second. You can just click center and it'll just center it up. And it just makes sure that your designs are put in the proper place on the t-shirt. So we're gonna click upload our artwork. That's gonna bring up this screen right here. Another thing to point out, if you have files in Google Drive or in Dropbox, you can use those. That's really cool to be able to kind of use the cloud. And we can also upload obviously from our device. So we'll pull that up. We'll go over here to kind of our test designs, and we'll just pull in this monster truck design. That will upload, boom, and we'll hit upload one file. And then that's gonna put it right on our t-shirt just like that. Now, just like with any print on demand provider, again, we can move it up, we can move it around, we can get it in the right place. But kind of what I wanna show you is what I talked about earlier. If this was not in the right place, we can use these buttons over here. And again, it just makes sure that we get it right where we want it and we don't have it slightly off to the side. And you see there is, again, some custom stuff you can do here. If I wanted to add to this design, I could use this add text area over here to add additional text, or even to do my own design from scratch. So that's pretty cool, pretty unique, and not something that you always see. So whenever I'm ready and I'm done with my design, I'll hit generate preview and add to store. And after just a few seconds, this screen will come up. I'll be able to select all of the different colors that I would want in my store. So we'll just select a few here. We'll choose all of our sizes. So we're gonna hit continue. That's gonna take us to our mock-up preview. You see the preview kind of the mock-ups there. This red one doesn't really go with my design, but this is just kind of for demonstration purposes. So it's got that mock-up there. And you can always add your own mock-ups later if you prefer to do that. That's always an option. When you hit continue, you get right here to product information where you can title your product, you can do your product description, you can even add the size table, which is great. We hit continue and then we can set our pricing, right? So we see what we're paying right here and then we can set our own price, which is great. We can hit this publish product to Shopify store. That way it'll be live right away. We'll hit on continue and boom, we can select this little checkbox, hit finish, and it will publish right to our Shopify store. So overall, a very simple and easy product creation process and one of the better apps, print-on-demand apps that I've seen. And finally, I wanna show you some products that I had printed from Printbest. Now, I actually went into their app, I created these, I uploaded the files, and I made these products and had them shipped over to me. Do full disclosure, they did pay for the products and send them over to me, but I did actually go through the process, and I believe these were just sent to me as normal, kind of from their factory. So I wanna show those to you. First up is the Bell & Canvas 3001, and this is the Take Imperfect Action t-shirt. And overall, looking at this, I think it's a really, really solid print quality. Now, taking a look at, when I look at the placement of this design, I think the placement is really good. I think that the colors are really good. I think that they're pretty true to the design and there's not really any flaws in the print. There's not ink sprinkling off like we've seen on some other designs. Overall, I think it's a really, really solid print. And I would be very, very happy with this print quality for my t-shirts in my stores. Next up is this tumbler, and I'll hold that up to the camera just so you can kind of see it there. I put my Take Imperfect Action design. This is the same design that I have on the t-shirt. And man, I think this is so cool. I'm gonna take this straw out just because it's making a little noise, but I think this is super cool. It's a very high quality insulated tumbler. It looks like, it's not specifically like a Yeti cup, but it's kind of that similar feel, right? It's very well insulated, it's heavy, and I love it. I think the print quality is really great. The colors are really nice. It's very sharp. It looks really good, and so that's the second product that I got from them. Finally is this metal HD photo panel that I had my Space Ape printed on, and this is probably my favorite out of all the products, not because it has my Space Ape on it, but because these colors are so amazing. This is such a good quality print. I was really shocked when I pulled this out because, man, the colors are, obviously they're true. They're very true to the colors, but it's so sharp. It's so vibrant. And so this is it's just really cool. And this is something, that you could put up on the wall, you could display somewhere. It's made out of metal, and I just think it's a super cool product. I think overall, this is a really great package for almost any print-on-demand seller. We looked at everything today, from the pricing, product selection, the app, the quality, the shipping times, and I think overall it was all really, really good. And I think you're gonna have a great experience working with Printbest, and it's a company that I feel confident recommending to you. And I think that comes from their American roots. We mentioned earlier that they got started in 1999 and they've grown throughout the years. They have so many years of printing experience. And so I think it's going to be a company that you can form a relationship with and that you can really count on to not only produce quality products for your business, but get them out to your customers quickly and efficiently. Thank you so much for watching today, and we'll see you next week.